What is a notice of appeal? Have you ever wondered how someone can challenge a court's decision? One of the first steps in that process is something called a notice of appeal. This is a formal legal document filed by a party, known as the appellant, who wants to contest a decision made by a lower court. The main goal of this document is to inform the court system and the opposing parties that the appellant intends to seek a review of the lower court's judgment or order by a higher court. Filing a notice of appeal is typically the first step in the appellate process. It must be filed with the clerk of the trial court that issued the original decision, not directly with the appellate court. This is important because it ensures that the correct court is notified about the appeal. The document identifies the appellant, the specific judgment or order being appealed, and the appellate court where the appeal will be heard. This notice serves as official communication to all parties involved and the courts that an appeal is being pursued. It is essential to remember that there are strict deadlines for filing a notice of appeal. These deadlines can vary by jurisdiction but are generally quite short, often measured in days or weeks after the lower court's decision. Missing this deadline could mean losing the right to appeal. From a law school perspective, understanding the notice of appeal is fundamental to coursework in appellate practice. It marks the transition from trial court proceedings to appellate review. Once the notice of appeal is filed, the appellate court does not conduct a new trial or hear new evidence. Instead, it reviews the trial court's record to determine if any legal errors occurred that affected the outcome. The notice of appeal initiates this review process but does not itself argue the merits of the appeal. That part comes later in the appellate briefs, where the arguments are laid out in detail. Mastery of this concept is essential for law students focusing on appellate litigation and procedure. In essence, a notice of appeal is a critical procedural document that officially starts the appeal process. It notifies all parties and courts of the appellant's intent to challenge a lower court decision within a designated timeframe. Understanding this process is key for anyone studying law, especially those interested in appellate practice.